Hello, this is Scott Shepard. Hey, I want to talk to you about the phrase, it's just not that big of a deal. There was a couple of guys that had this phrase as their kind of their motto between each other. No matter what happened, that wasn't that big of a deal. Hey, before we talk about these guys, I just want to take a chance to just say, hey, help us reach the 250 follower mark. I appreciate all of you who are helping us get there. Just click on follow or to subscribe and hit that like key or send me a comment. Let's just do something to let the word out. Hey, there's some good news out in this world. Help me with that, if you will. Let me tell you about these two guys. They traveled together for 30 some odd years and never had an argument. And the reason is because their attitude between each other was, it's just not that big of a deal. You know, I was reading that story the other day, and I couldn't help but thinking, boy, I wonder how many relationships could be made better if we just had that mindset. You know, no matter what happens, somebody cuts you off in traffic, it's just not that big of a deal. Or someone says something that maybe is a little condescending or maybe just a little rude. It's just not that big of a deal. You see, what these men understood is that in the big picture of life, that little person cutting you off, that little incident just isn't that big of a deal. Or even if I lose my job, it's not that big of a deal. I was looking for a job when I found this job, right? I mean, it's just not that big of a deal. To finish the story between these two men, one of them got cancer and suffered with cancer. And every time they would get together to visit, he would say, it's just not that big of a deal. You know, the child of God, you get sick and you die, it isn't that big of a deal because you just go be with Jesus, right? So it's not that big of a deal. Hey, I guess I want to challenge us to just kind of go through today, just realizing that no matter what happens and it gets under our skin or it irritates us or it makes us want to pull our hair out, or as we said the other day, scratch my hair. If it makes us want to do those kinds of things, just kind of lean back, take a deep breath and say, you know what, really, in the big scope of things, in the big picture, it's just not that big of a deal. Hey, think it over. Have a great day. I'm Scott Shepard, and this is Good News for You.